guys, whoa. Hi guys and welcome back to Irony Completed. Today's look is a little bit sparkly, a little bit pretty, and this is kind of just like a festival tutorial. I think this is pretty wearable because I see some festival looks and it's just like, how would you take that many products with you to a festival to do that? Like, it would be impossible to do. And I'm not talking about festivals like Coachella. I know we just had Coachella. You know, people stay in hotels, you can bring your entire makeup bag with you, but I'm talking about English festivals where you are waking up in a tent, there's nowhere to shower, you know, you're sleeping in mud, and you wake up and you use a baby wipe or you put more makeup on top of the makeup that you've already got on. This is an achievable look that you could do at a festival realistically, and it wouldn't like take a million years or require a million products. All of the products I use in this video are also affordable. The reason I was inspired to do this look was actually because I bought this NYX Ultimate Brights eyeshadow palette, and I pretty much just used this second row here of just purples. I used every single colour in that row actually, and it turned out really amazingly. I think this palette is like 13 or 16 pounds, I can't remember which. Either way, it's really affordable. And then I was also inspired because I bought this white reflective, kind of like clearish white reflective glitter from Amazon. It is eye safe as far as I'm aware. It's from the brand Stargazer, but I might be wrong. Anyway, I'll link it down below. And so I was inspired by my recent purchases to just do a really fun purpley festival look. Like I said, everything in this tutorial is completely affordable and drugstore, and it's also all entirely cruelty free. So if you want to know how to recreate this look, then just keep watching. So, starting this look out with my moisturiser already on, I used the Speed Plump by Soap & Glory, but if you are wearing this to an actual festival, please wear SPF as well. And then I'm applying some of this Soap & Glory Pillow Plump XXL. It's like a clear lip plumper. I like using this as a balm, but this will just plump my lips up and make them nice and prepped for lip product at the end of the look. Then I have a spot. Look at that spot on my Cupid's bow of all places. Then I'm going to prime my eyelids with some of this Collection Lasting Perfection concealer. You can use a primer if you have one. I just didn't have a drugstore primer, so just use whatever you have. Concealer is fine as well though. It worked really well at making the colours look really vibrant in my opinion. And then I set down the concealer straight after that with the Collection Pressed Powder and this e.l.f. small tapered brush, just to make sure that the eyeshadow blends as smoothly as possible and to avoid creasing. So going in with the NYX Ultimate Brights palette, I'm taking this lightest purple. This look is going to be really easy if you have this palette because I literally just move along one colour each time along that row. But I'm taking this purple and using it as a transition shade, and I'm especially focusing this on the inner and outer corner of my eye because I am going to be doing a kind of halo eye shaped look with a pop of colour in the middle or a pop of glitter in the middle. So that's the kind of shape that we want to be starting out with, leaving the centre of the lid blank but focusing colour on the inner and outer corners. Going in next with this kind of pinkish purple, I am taking this on a fluffy brush at first and putting it in the inner and outer corner and then dragging the excess through my lower crease area, not going as high up as I did with the first purple. And then I am blending that out a little bit, and then I went in with a more like dense packing brush to really pack the colour on the inner and outer corner, and I'm packing it on, blending with a mixture of that fluffy brush that I first used and the brush that we used for our transition colour, and taking a little bit more of that first purple shade to make sure that my blending is really seamless. And basically repeating the same steps on the other eye. The real trick to a halo eye, in all honesty, is to build up the colour, blend it out, build it up, blend it out until you're happy. That's basically what you have to do to achieve the halo eye look, but it doesn't take as long as you think, and it's actually pretty easy otherwise. So yeah, I'm just building up the colour again and blending it out one last time with a little bit more of that first purple shade that we used. And then I'm going in with this kind of a satiny, almost shimmery lavender colour just to put as a base on the centre of my eyelid. I'm going in with a highlighter later, so it doesn't matter if this is perfect or not, but I'm just applying this with a dense packing brush on the very centre of my eyelid, and then going in with that second purple shade, the pinky one that we used, to touch up the inner and outer corner again, and then doing the exact same thing on the other eye. Surprise. Yep, touching up that centre shade again. And now I'm going in with the deepest purple, which this is beautiful. I've been looking for a purple like this for ages. It's so gorgeous. And I'm just applying this on the inner and outer corners and then dragging a little bit of the excess, like a tiny amount of the excess product through the crease, but not as much as the other two colours. Then blending it out again with that first blending brush that we keep using and building it up, blending it out. You know, like I said, repeating those steps until I'm happy with the pigmentation of all the colours on my eyes and I'm happy with the blending. Then I'm going back in with that lid shade that we use for the centre of the eye with my finger just to get the most pigment possible. But like I said, it doesn't matter too much because I am going over it in a second. And then one last time touching up the darkest purple shade on the outer corner, especially because I want it to be slightly darker there, but also on the inner corner as well. And then I took the MUA Undress Your Skin highlighter in Iridescent Pearlescent Sheen, that's it. It was in my favourites video. I'm taking this on my pinky finger and I am just patting this on the centre of my eye. And honestly, if you didn't want to use glitter, this looks really beautiful as it is, so you could definitely get away without glitter for this look if you didn't feel like it. But I am going in with glitter. This is like a holographic, clearish, whitish glitter, and I'm using the Stargazer Fixing Glitter Gel, which I didn't end up liking that much. Honestly, I would just recommend using whatever glitter primer you have, or if you have eyelash glue even, that will work totally fine for glitter as well. So I'm just working in sections with that glitter gel because it dried quite quickly, and then I'm applying the glitter with my finger and just patting it on. And then I did my inner and outer corner again just to touch up that part, and then I did the other eye off of camera to save time. And I think it looked really pretty, but like I said, I wouldn't recommend the glitter gel that I use in particular. Then I'm using this e.l.f. Mineral Infused Primer that I talked about in my favourites video. I really like this. I'm just putting this in my T-zone and in any areas where I feel like I need smoothing really, as opposed to all over my face. Then I'm taking the Flawless Finish Foundation, which has SPF 15 in it, so it's perfect for a festival look because it'll give your skin that much needed sun protection. I'm also using this and the concealer later on to just clean up the shape of my eyeshadow look a little bit as well. So I'm just bopping this into my skin with the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. And then I took the Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer, and because this foundation is more of a medium coverage, I did use this on some of the blemishes that I had on my face that I felt like I needed a little bit more coverage on, and around my nose. And then I patted that in with the Beauty Blender or the Real Techniques sponge, whatever you want to call it, again. And then with a purple look, you really can't have purple under eyes or it will just make you look really ill. So I made sure I went ham on the under eye concealer, and I used the same Collection Lasting Perfection Concealer. I love it all over the face. I patted it in with my sponge, but on the very inner corner I used my finger just so I wouldn't mess up my eyeshadow too much. And then yeah, just blending that in, cleaning up my eyeshadow again like I said, and then I set this with the same brush and same powder that I used before from Collection, just to set that. And then I took a bigger Morphe brush and I set the rest of my face as well, just because if you're at a festival you don't want your makeup to be going anywhere, and because my eyes are so glittery I didn't want my face to be too dewy. Finishing up the eyes now, I took a mixture of the first two shades that we use in the crease and I put those underneath my eyes with just a Real Techniques eyeshadow brush, just sweeping it in quite a big radius underneath my eyes because I wanted it to be quite dramatic. And then I took the darkest purple in a slightly smaller radius and also focusing it on the outer corners of my eyes with a kind of more smudgy brush. Then I highlighted my inner corners and brow bone with the same highlighter that we used on the centre of the lid, the MUA one, and this little detailed brush from Morphe, and I really went ham on the inner corner and brow bone highlight, more so than I usually would. And then I applied more of the fixing gel underneath my eye and patted some of the glitter under there to create like a glitter tears effect. You can't really see what I'm doing because I accidentally covered myself with my mirror and I'm out of frame. This is why I never do eyeliner on camera, because I just can't go out of frame when I need to be close to a mirror. So yeah, basically I just did glitter tears. You can see the effect I was going for and I think it looks really cool. Then I'm taking this e.l.f. white eyeliner and I'm putting that in my waterline. I wouldn't usually use a white eyeliner, but I felt like it went really well with this look. And yeah, and then I took this Essence I Heart Extreme mascara and applied that off camera, and that's the finished eye look for now. I think it looks so cool with a dramatic lash look. You could definitely apply false eyelashes if you felt like it. Then I'm taking this Lottie London brow pencil, which I'm absolutely obsessed with. It's so good, and I'm just filling in my eyebrows as I usually would with that. I have a brow routine using a different pencil, but basically the same technique, so I'll link that down below because I pretty much sped through this. But basically I'm just filling in the sparse areas and making the shape of my eyebrows match, and then I'm blending it through with the spoolie and brushing my brow hairs up so they look really fluffy and bold, because that's really in this season and I really like the look of it. Then I am contouring my face with the Collection Contour Kit. I'm just using the bronzer from this kit and the Real Techniques contour brush. So I'm just contouring my cheekbones and then my temples and around the top of my forehead. This contour is also kind of warm, like not so warm that it can't be a contour, but it's good for bronzing up the forehead too. Then I contour my jawline, of course, and also the tip of my nose and underneath my lower lip, like I always do. Then I took this Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Blush or something. I can't remember what colour it is, but it will be down in the description. I've used it a few times. It's the purple one. And I applied this to the apples of my cheeks and blended it backwards, and I like this because it kind of matches the eyeshadow look. And then taking my favourite highlighter of all time at the moment, the same highlighter that I used throughout this look, the Pearlescent Sheen from MUA, and I'm using a little domed highlighter brush to apply this on my cheekbones and then up into my temples because I wanted to kind of give it a David Bowie-esque vibe, if you know what I mean. So I'm just dusting it there quite liberally because you can go really glowy for a festival. You could even apply the glitter as your highlight as well if you wanted. And then I'm also dusting this down the centre of my face and using my pinky to apply it to my Cupid's bow as well. Then I'm wiping off the gloss slash plumper that we used before with a face wipe, and then I went in with this NYX Lip Lingerie product, which I do really like, but I just hated it with this eyeshadow look. For some reason in my head it was much pinkier than it actually turned out, and I just didn't like it with the look. I think it looked really weird, so I went in with this Collection Velvet Kiss in Caramel instead. But I went with a liquid lipstick just because, you know, you don't have to be touching up a bunch at a festival. And that's the finished look. I hope you guys enjoyed. The finished look for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you'd like to, then please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. If you want to see more looks using this NYX palette, then please let me know. I'd love to do some more really bright and colourful looks. I know I do orange looks quite a lot already, but something maybe with the blues could be really fun, like a mermaidy kind of look. If that's something that you'd want to see, then just leave me a comment down below. If you recreate this look, then tag me in it on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Facebook. They'll all be linked down in the description along with all the products that I used, everything that I'm wearing, and what's on my face right now. I think that's everything that I have to say. Thank you guys so much for watching again, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!